Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south. More specifically, we are in Sylva, North Carolina, and even more specifically than that, we're in front of the American Museum of the House Cat. Now, I have had the unique experience of watching this museum grow. I remember the first time I heard of this museum was before it was even built. I was in downtown Sylva, North Carolina, and I saw a flyer where a man named Harold Sims declared that he was going to be opening the American Museum of the House Cat, was asking, I guess drumming up public interest, seeing, what was out there, what people's interest was, and I immediately took the information from the poster and I contacted Harold Sims, saying that I was interested, that I would love to document the museum, and at that point he invited me out. He actually owns a cat shelter out in Cullowhee, North Carolina, a shelter without cages. It's a beautiful animal shelter. The cats are free roaming, they're not locked in cages. It's one of the most wonderful shelter environments you will ever see. And he had also in the shelter a large collection of cat art, of cat related items that he'd been collecting throughout his life as a cat lover. Of course, I was very interested. I love unique museums and I love cats. I've had quite a few cats over the years, still have multiple cats, and so I was really excited to see this blossom. And Harold found an area to open up the cat museum. It was in a antique mall just down the road, and invited me out to see the cat museum once it was opened, see the collection. Unfortunately, the antique mall closed a few years back, and they had to find a new location for the American Museum of the House Cat. So they built this brand new building here for the sole purpose of housing the Museum of the American House Cat. He let me come out and see the museum before it was open. Unfortunately, the museum was set to open in spring of 2020, and we all know what happened in 2020. A very large unpleasantness spread across the land. Harold, an older gentleman, did not want to risk his own health by opening it to the public, so the opening had been delayed until now. In 2023, the American Museum of the House Cat finally opens at this location, and I got a chance to see it before it opened, but I have not got a chance to visit here since it initially opened to the public at this new location. So I'm very excited to come here today and see the fully realized American Museum of the House Cat. So please follow me. You see the museum here, again completely built from the ground up to house the American Museum of the House Cat. See the murals here on the side featuring cats, various types of cats there. Oh, look at that. Look at that happy guy. Here in front of the museum, this wonderful metal cat sculpture. You can see 3 little kittens there in the cat's paws, and looks like the neck is a spring. I don't know if it's like a bobblehead neck. I don't know, I don't want to mess with it, but a really neat sculpture there. All right, enter here through the giant cat. As we enter here, you can see the Carousel cat there, the bird in its mouth. There's just cats everywhere, anywhere you look. You can see cats. The kites up there, Sylvester the cat, with the puzzle there. It says, "My name is Elgato Grande, the big cat." So yeah, check out that cat right there. Cat clock. Look at the poster up there. The cat's glaring at you and saying, "We don't want you to smoke." Now if that won't change your mind, I don't know what will. Remember this giant cat here used to be on Main Street in Silva, North Carolina. I forget what business it was at, but I was kind of it's always there. You can always see the big cat when driving in Silva. And now it's here at the Cat Museum. See the Pepsi sign. Gives all the info about admission there. All the cat-based clocks hanging up top. Yeah, look at this big, wonderful organ here. Almost like a, I think that's like a carousel organ. It's a little donation box where you can feed the kitty. Here's Harold here, the founder and owner of the museum. Mr. Cat Fancy. I was voted Mr. Cat Fancy. Cat Fancy magazine 1 year. Alright, we're gonna try some catnip tea here. Actually brewed from catnip. A little honey spoon there. We'll put that in there, get some, oh, I'll spill a little bit there. Now, I normally don't drink hot tea, but I wanted the opportunity to try catnip. I don't think I've ever ingested catnip before. The cats seem to like it. If that's really hot, I better wait a second. It does smell like catnip. Yeah, I think nice little tea flavor there. We'll see if I get really excited here in a few minutes.
You know, way back, old master picture of a little boy and a cat. It's a drawing. It's sort of a colored drawing.
Oh yeah.
1701, something like that. That's a real old picture. Black Cat cigars here, and I mean the Tom and Dick cigars, and Mr. Thomas cigars, and all kinds of Pussycat cigars here.
Oh yeah. It's interesting how many brands used cats to promote tobacco. It says Pussy brand cigars.
Good, now we're
So that's Katz's drugstore.
yeah, Cats, K-A-T-Z.
That's the jumbo salted peanuts. You can see the little cats there at the bottom.
There's a T-shirt here in the back. It's $29. I bid on it. Nobody else bid me, so I got the ad. They took $29. You go pay it on that box. Beautiful thing.
Yeah, very pretty.
Hasn't come yet, but I'm buying that. Hopefully I'll buy it.
Then we have the pipes,
And those are all
shaped like cats.
Russian pipes, and these are Russian pipes on the top here from Russia. I met the guy online. Maybe a teacher's pipe and a philosopher's pipe. Those were little hand carved from rare wood from Russia, but they were not what kind of wood they were. But when King George was the king of England, you know.
Okay, so it's circa 1714 to 1830.
Yeah, it's actually I'm calling him
Cat
place
color.
rather than street. I got that wrong.
It's like brass or metal.
Oh, it's brass.
Yeah.
Brass. Yeah, brass. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, so yeah, Cat wore that quite a long time ago.
And then this is a ribbon print from 1850 of the cat. They added egg whites to the pictures.
So that's a photo from, you said 1850?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
It's they call it an albumin glossy picture from 1850s.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Spent time with Princess Alexandria.
Princess Alexandria with
Yeah.
a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a cat bra there?
Yeah, the cat bra. And these are coins from Ukraine.
Oh yeah.
This is my aunt that gave me the money when she died. This is my aunt, Isabel. If she died, gave me the money to help me get this stuff done. And
Oh, yeah?
She's 18 years old now. She was born in 1895. That's her 18th birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a metal weather vane from India. This is a rolling pin. This is a beeswax, carved out of beeswax. Why you had gecko skin, but it was gecko skin with a gecko. Yeah,
A gecko skin notebook.
Louis Wayne.
Interesting. And I think the eventual plan here is to actually put some kittens in the museum here in this little kitten area. Different toys. The cats can play. People visiting the museum can watch the cats. They've got some few stuffed cats in there in the meantime. And we got Heathcliff. I believe, I know I've asked this question before, but I think Heathcliff actually predates Garfield. I always thought Heathcliff was a Garfield ripoff, but I think he actually came first. And then you see a cat there with a power cord in its mouth, and you can see the cat being like electrocuted there. A lot of cat artwork in the collection. Some more of those cat clocks up there. This one's very interesting. See the Native American. Remember the old commercials where the Native American would cry because of pollution. See all the junk and garbage down there, and the cougar is crying. It says kinder than a cat, no kill mousetrap. So an old mousetrap that would catch mice alive. Here we have the cat research library. Every single one of these books pertains to cats. You can see a book about cats, the play. National Geographic, The Secret Life of Cats. Yeah, I don't know, is this the only cat exclusive library in the world? See all the cat trinkets in these cases. See the Kit Kat clocks there. It's like watches with cat themes. Just almost anything in this museum you could think of that would possibly be related to a cat. Oh, there's an interesting cat clock back there, where it's like the cat's face there. Let's see, cat tintypes there. Very old photos of cats. Just imagine the tintypes. You had to hold still for a while. Makes you wonder how they got these cats to hold still for these pictures. Apparently it is very rare to find like old-timey photos of cats for that very reason. That, you know, it's difficult taking photos to begin with. Even more difficult when you've got uncooperative cats. But yeah, you got these cats to hold still for somehow. These are gum parkers, where you can take the gum out of your mouth and put them there on the little cats. It says, as you pass by this showcase, watch the spooky cats watch you. So I guess as you move, these cats' eyes follow us. Oh yeah. It really does look like their eyes are following us as we move. Very interesting cats down here. Okay, that statue is Puss in Boots there. And this says this is Picasso's cat. Half possum, half cat. This is interesting here. See that cat with light bulbs for eyes? It says this goes in the rear window of an old car. When you hit the brakes, the lights shine. So I guess you gotta hook it up to your car. And then in addition to the brake lights, the cat's eyes will flash as well. Back here we have the restroom. It says, welcome to our cat box, the most unique restroom in North Carolina. So, oh yeah, you can see the collection of cats extends into the restroom. You can see cats bursting on a wall there. It says somewhere a cat is watching. That is usually true. There's usually a cat staring at you, even if you don't realize it. Oh, there is some cat underwear there. Oh yeah, big painting there of a cat on a toilet. You can see the really cool mirror here. It says drink Dr. Brown's sarsaparilla, it relieves fatigue. Hey guys. See here they have a mock carousel that is completely surrounded by carousel cats. There's no horses here, of course, just cats. Up on top, have some local scenes there. That's downtown Sylva, North Carolina, right there. And wonderful carousel cats. And I've noticed this when you have cats on carousels, they often have either a bird or a fish in their mouth. This one has a fish there. This one says it's a mystery carousel cat. It says that Harold does not remember any information about this cat when he purchased it. So I don't know. It's very tiny carousel cat. It'd be a very tiny carousel. This guy right here, the eye patch on. Very old carousel cat there. See the wood cracking. Little miniature carousel. And look at that carousel. It has the carousel cats on it as well, with the fish and birds in their mouth. Yeah, it's like a miniature version of this carousel. See the fish there. Oh yeah, look like that cat's like leaping as it travels around the carousel. There's another little tiny one. To go along with the carousel, look, we have here a genuine carousel brass ring, but this is a souvenir from Knoebels. You know, I love Knoebels, one of my favorite theme parks. This is from the 1913 Grand Carousel. Been on that carousel before. See it here amongst the cat dolls. Oh, I think I remember these. This is like it's like a Cabbage Patch cat. It's like half human, half cat there. They kind of freaked me out when I was a kid. I remember seeing those. And all the little wonderful cat dolls here. The Cheshire cat. See a cat made out of a flour bag. The cat's got like a lei and a hula skirt on. Up here, see some cat food there, a beef and liver dinner. Some Meow Mix. I guess that's the Meow Mix mascot up there. Some other cans of cat food here. These old-timey cat food cans are pretty cool. And look at that. There's a Morris for president now. Other people that grew up in the 80s are probably familiar with Morris, the cat food mascot. And yeah, everyone in the 80s named their orange cat Morris after the Morris TV commercials. Now, I'm not sure how this ties in exactly. This is a movie called The Corpse Grinders, but oh, I do notice there is a cat there on the DVD cover of The Corpse Grinders. Now these are very cool here. These are cat automatons. These all move and work with clockwork. See, that one rocks the baby carriage. These like framed pictures actually move when they're wound up. See, this one like sticks its head out of a milk jug. Got a knitting cat, a cat cobbler there, cat ironing. All these work and move around. See this cat with the glasses. And look at this here. I guess to see the cats, to see the cats move, you have to go to the YouTube channel of Jacob the Carpetbagger and look for the cat museum. So yeah, you can look at some of my past videos where I've shown these cats actually moving. Yeah, I love these. I think it's like old rabbit fur that they put on the cats here on the automatons. It's like down there. Oh, that's interesting. You can see the clown there, the cat that runs around it in a circle. Oh, we saw Heathcliff earlier. Here we see Garfield there. This would be like a ride that you would find outside like a grocery store for a kid to ride in. There's some carnival items there. There's another carousel horse. There's a cat coming out of a trash can. I believe that's part of like a carnival game there. Then we have these cat knockdown punks, which apparently, you know, you see these games where you throw the balls to knock down the punks. Apparently a lot of them used to be cats. And the idea was that cats would sit on fences and meow until you threw something at them to shut them up. There is another cat punk there. And a dancing bear. That was one of the few non-cat items here at the museum. It's like a little Little riding cat there. That's some interesting colors, the green with red spots. See the cats there, you'd throw balls into their mouths. Some milk jugs to knock down. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Even here at the Cat Museum, we have a Cubie. A Cubie. Oh, this is amazing. The Dottie Brothers Circus. This is a actual circus wagon here. This was actually used for animals, even though you see how tiny it is. Some information. The biggest little circus in the world. Apparently they would specialize in very tiny animals. You can see their sideshow posters there. They'd have prairie dogs, Mike and Ike, the baby twin monkeys, little goats there, and it says grave robbers. Oh, and the Easter bunnies helpers. I'm getting confused. Grave robbers. They look like they're alive. What are they like? Animals rob graves. But that's amazing that actually toured with a very tiny circus. Some very tiny circus animals in there. I wonder which tiny animals were in there. Oh, there's actually a tiny horse on the side there. So was there a horse? Was there a horse inside there at one point? There's a cat pinball machine called Bad Cats. Unfortunately, it's not working for meow instead of for now. And then we got a cat and mouse arcade game there. I just noticed the cat umbrellas there hanging above our heads. Music area here. See the music box, little like grinder organs there. It's our wind up cat toys here. Like dance around and you wind them up. It's very interesting variety there. In the back we have some Felixes, old Felix the Cat cartoon. Yeah, I think some of these are my old videos where we get them out and wind them up. See a lot of these just run around. This one here I think laps up milk out of the bowl. I have a lot of little Felix the Cats there. I'm not that familiar. I don't think I've ever seen a Felix cartoon. Is anyone out there familiar with Felix? I think I might have been a little too young for Felix the Cat. The different cat games there. Black Cat fortune telling game. Some games with Felix the Cat in them. Here we have like the little cats that you'd hit a button on the bottom and they'll like collapse. And then you let go of the button and they'll stand back up. There's a shooting game, a little rifle where you can shoot cats out of a birdhouse or shoot cats off of a wall. Yeah, these are kind of mean-spirited in a way. Up here we have some battery-powered cats. These don't just work on just like clockwork like those others. These actually have to have batteries. Yeah, you see the batteries right there. We have a kitty, the Techno Kitten there, some robotic cats, and then one of these lucky Asian cats. I think this one is advertising sake. Of course, ancient Egypt has a strong connection to the cat. They adored and worshipped the cat in ancient Egypt. And here we actually have an ancient Egyptian cat mummy. It says it's from 332 to 30 BCE. So that is one old mummified cat there. You can look, you can see there's actually drawing. There's like a face of a cat drawn on the mummified cat. You have an x-ray there that shows that there is a cat inside those ancient bandages. But that isn't the only mummified cat they have. This one, Terrell said this is one of the newest additions to the museum, and this is a very interesting story. This was a cat down here was found by an architect that was working to demolish a palace in Saudi Arabia. So the palace had been built in the 1950s by the Bin Laden group, which is the family of Osama bin Laden. So when they were demolishing the temple, they found this cat in this box, already in this box. They don't know the significance. It looks like a little small kitten. But yeah, this mummified cat, and this is like, not mummified like the other cat, this is like a more of a natural mummification process, but why it was in the Saudi prince's temple and why it was in this box is unknown. And here is another cat mummy. So I have 3 cat mummies here. This is another naturally mummified cat. Was found in a chimney of a 16th century medieval home in Sheffield, Yorkshire, England. So they don't know how old this cat was. He was in the chimney. They don't know how long he was in the chimney, but it's possible this cat could date back to medieval times, which is pretty amazing. Down here is a disassembled cat skeleton that was used to teach biology students. Some cat beer steins there. A lot of cat beer steins. And there were some different brands of beer themed after cats. Down here there's a postcard of Joseph Stalin with a cat. Apparently the cat was honored in Russia because they helped protect their grain storage in World War II. Over here, the Halloween section. Of course, Halloween probably one of the holidays that celebrates the cat the most. All those images of black cats. See these Halloween buckets here with the cat faces. Oh, those are a little spooky. Oh, look at the little one right there. He's got quite a grin on him. One of the darkest nursery rhymes. Ding dong dell, pussy's in the well. Who put her in? Little Johnny Thin. Who pulled her out? Little Tommy Stout. What a naughty boy was that to try to drown a poor pussycat who never did any harm but killed all the mice in the farmer's barn. There's a Torties trophy. It's a little bird head that was caught and killed by a cat. They've mounted it like a hunter would mount a deer's head on a wooden base. And just on almost every piece of wall space we have art featuring cats from like every possible style. There's cats playing poker there. Got cats in school. There's cats watching a play. And I don't know, I really like this one for some reason. And here's the veterinary section. Different medications. Cat medicine there. Guess that is the veterinarian. Yeah, you can see the see-through cat there. Cat with its half skeleton organs showing. It's like different types of flea powder there. Keep fleas off of cats. There's some vintage cat carriers. And Harold was telling me this is a enema machine used for cats. So if a cat was constipated, they would use that tube to unconstipate them. And there we have a crazy cat lady. She's got a little Garfield there with bunny ears on. Crazy cat lady lunchbox from Archie McPhee, and there's the crazy cat lady action figure. Down here says the world's largest pet rock. It's an actual big rock painted like a cat. And here we have the gift shop. Lots of different cat items for sale. All sorts of different figurines and cat-related objects that you can purchase. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. What is that? And one interesting thing I just wanted to make note of right here across from the American Museum of the House Cat. You see that barn across the street. Yeah, through the woods there. That actually used to be a Rock City barn. Unfortunately, you see it's falling apart. The whole front of the barn has come off that said Rock City, but yeah, very, very, very rare these days to see a Rock City barn. So sadly, that one is still a barn, but no longer bears the name Rock City. Now, Harold gifted me a couple books that he had written. Now, he's written quite a few books over the years about cats. This is All for the Love of Cats. This is a book about cat history and interesting things about cats, as well as some of Harold's cat poetry. Also gave me this book here, Mystery of the Egyptian Mummified Kittens. And this is an adventure book about a cat that goes on a quest to rescue kittens in ancient Egypt. He wants to stop innocent kittens from being mummified. And here, just down the road from the Cat Museum, we have a pair of coffin daffer crosses right here in front of these old mobile homes. And I've talked about these before on this channel. You will see a yellow cross flanked by two blue crosses. These were put up all across the country by a traveling preacher named Reverend Bernard Coffin Daffer. He has passed away for quite some time, but you can still see this cross is standing as you travel across the country. So I always like to stop and notate where the crosses are when I come across them. But this pair right here, this is actually the first pair of coffin daffer crosses that I ever saw. I remember drive past these, and I would think they were very interesting. I thought it was interesting, the old, they're in front of the mobile home, kind of a photogenic thing. I remember photographing them more than one time. And but then I would see like another set of these, and maybe another set, and I became curious, what's the story behind these sets of crosses? And finally did the internet research and figured out they were the Bernard Coffin Daffer crosses. But yeah, this is where I first became aware of them. Drove over here to the Catman 2 shelter. This is Harold's shelter. This is my favorite cat shelter in the world. They try to use almost no cages. The cats are just roaming free within the shelter. They do use cages for from kittens. You know, they can't wander around free, but Harold told me to head down here because they actually have some possums. They do wildlife rescue as well. So let's go see some cats and possums. Two of my favorite animals.
That's Alfred.
Alfred.
She's eating for one thing, which is good.
Hey there. Oh my goodness.
This is Blanca.
Blanca. Hey there.
Nobody else except, no other rehabbers were available.
Yeah.
For her. She's actually from Clyde. So, but she's got some. She was, I think it was more like a spinal issue, but
Oh no.
she was kind of not walking right. She's doing better now.
Oh yeah.
See? But her gait is off.
Hey there.
She's like, see, she's trying. She's getting better. So I think maybe she like had a bruise on her spine or something. But you know.
So how old is one that big?
This one, I would say she's probably about 5-6 months.
Yeah.
She's about the size, maybe not weight, but around the size that I would release them.
Yeah.
I try to release them when they're like 3 pounds. Buddy down here, if you can see, you've ruined everything that was done.
Oh, there they are.
Oh my God. We are very stinky. Now 2 of those are from Franklin, and the other one is from Bryson City.
Oh, okay, so not even all siblings.
2 of them are. I'm sorry. There's 2 boys, Otto and Otho, from Beetlejuice, you know. And he just needs himself a blue leisure suit. And then Brittany is from Swain.
Hey, little ones.
I made a good poop in here. So this is, we're gonna try to save their eyeballs.
So they all just got eye infection?
Yeah. Hey, it's okay. I'm gonna have to get a washcloth on that one. This is Jarrett, and this is Garrett. Now Garrett's the one who's I'm more worried about eye-wise.
Double eye infection.
Yeah. This one is awful. It's Garrett, and then this is Barrett.
Barrett.
Barrett's the little runty one in the back. But Barrett's actually got better looking eyes than everybody else. So, hi. Your little tummy. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Well, they're getting all that they need. You know, we're doing everything we can for them.
Yeah.
It's still kind of sad, but they're actually they have energy. They're playful with each other. You know, they're doing miles better than they were like 2 days ago.
Hey there. Oh, look at his little face. Oh my goodness. And sleeping over here, we got Todd. He's kind of the mascot here. He's 21 years old, so he's taking a rest. Hey, buddy, how you doing there? Hey, Todd. Hey, buddy. Got very like wiry fur. He's kind of like a hairless cat that has hair.
Domino.
Domino? Hey, Domino. How are you doing? Did he lose his tail, or is he born without one?
Born without one. And we have another no-tail kitty over here that doesn't have any tail. This is Gail. Gail with no tail.
Gail with no tail.
She doesn't like to have her no-tail touched.
Oh, okay.
So you will find that out.
Leave the no-tail alone. Hey there.
She's a lot sweeter than Domino is, at least to people. I still like you, Domino. You might be mean, but this is Gilbert.
Gilbert. Hey there.
Gilbert has a big ulcer that we've been treating for the last several months.
Oh no.
And he came in it was taking over most of his face on that side, so it's actually he looks super good right now.
Hey, buddy.
Even though it still looks gross. Taking off over here.
Oh, I had a wart on your head?
Yeah, I had a little cat wart.
Oh, look how big he is.
He's 18 pounds.
18
he was
pounds?
17 when he got here, and then he, normally we try to help him lose some weight if they're that big. But he was on such high doses of steroids for that terrible thing on his face that he just got bigger. So he's not on anything right now, and he's maintaining.
Oh boy.
But he's so sweet. He's gonna make somebody awesome friend.
I could tell.
He's a good boy. Oh my God! Look at this fat Tom. All three of these guys came from the same place.
No, yeah.
They're all about 8-ish.
So thank you for joining me today as we check out the American Cat Museum as well as the Catman 2 shelter. Kind of the Catman 2 shelter is kind of what spawned the American Cat Museum. Again, one of my favorite shelters. They take such great care of the cats that a lot of the cats do come here in pretty rough shape. So they're like very much a cat rescue. They help with cats that have health problems and things like that, and they get them healthy. They have them in this wonderful environment, and then people can come and adopt them. There was actually a family that just was adopting a cat as I arrived. So it's a great facility here, and I can't say enough good things. But we're over here in Cullowhee, North Carolina, near Western Carolina University, where I went to college. But thank you guys for joining me today. Got some plans coming up here in the next couple days. The idea, I try not to get ahead of myself. The idea is to head down to Florida. We're gonna get in the car and drive down to Florida. I don't know why I'm going to I do know why I'm going to Florida in June, but it could be somewhat of a regrettable idea to head to Florida in June, but I'm gonna brave it. There's some things down there I wanted to check out, and so stay tuned for those adventures. Of course, you know, we'll try to make that happen. No guarantees. Maybe I worry too much about possible speed bumps nowadays because I've had so many things change my plans. But the plan is to take the old Carpetmobile down to Florida. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that. And if you do like these videos, please subscribe. It'll let you know when new videos come out, and it helps out the channel here. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun stuff. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider contributing to Patreon, $3 or more a month, and I will send you one postcard a month from me to you. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop. We got the Carpetbagger monster face pins. You can buy all 4 for a discounted price if you're interested in that. And also still doing cameos, personalized greetings, messages, birthdays, anniversaries, just for fun. All the information for that is in the description of this video, and all that goes to help keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.